Hey,
Hello.
hello everybody. Just make sure that everything is still working one way or the other. Um, yes, welcome to our regular Sunday D&D live stream where we play, funnily enough, D&D. I am Cam. I am your resident dungeon master, and I am joined as always by my lovely wife Emily.
Hello.
Uh, and yeah, so this is we play, like I say, we play every Sunday around this time, and we are currently going through the Dragon of Icespire Peak adventure, which it comes with the D&D Essentials kit, which came out in November. Some of you who are regulars to the stream might notice that some things are a little bit different. And again, yeah, let me explain just a couple of the changes, and just bear with us while we are figuring stuff out. So I've made some effort to try and basically make the setup in terms of lighting and sound a bit better. So I've just been fiddling, learning how to use the tools that I've got and moving lights around. Unfortunately, because of what I have available right now, I've had to move the light that was illuminating the map over here to there to point at our faces. So that the light that was pointing at our faces here is now behind us, to kind of make things look a bit better, and make an effort to kind of just make things seem a little bit more professional. That's my goal. I've got some plans to do other things in the future, but I hope that you will agree that I think it looks a lot nicer than it did last week. I don't know about you. I don't know about
I think it looks
what you
nicer,
think.
yeah.
I've actually I didn't save it. I took some screenshots of like the different lighting stages, and yeah, this was definitely the best one. But yeah, as a result, the map right now probably isn't the easiest to see. We haven't been using it that much for the past few sessions anyway. Can you just move that so there's the grid behind it, just so we can see what that? See, that looks fine. So I think if we need to use that, then that still looks okay, which is
I mean, the
good
light
stuff.
isn't really in a spot that's kind of
Yeah,
relevant on
you
the
can
map.
just see that it's reflecting a little bit, and I'm not all
that.
about that. But we'll I'm tweaking more things. I'm going to be experimenting with other stuff to make that a little bit better another time, but I didn't have time today. So the other thing is we're not going to have any music this week. I've just come to the conclusion that it's too much of a hassle to try and do the way that I've been doing it. I managed to get it to work where the volume was the same through Arias and through Twitch, but because of the various settings that I've used to improve our audio, that basically just made the music sound like complete shit. And the only other option was to kind of run it through the system, the PC system, and do it that way. But then I was basically having to go back to square one in balancing the audio between our earphones and what was outputting to Twitch. So I've just decided for the time being, until I can figure it out, we're not going to worry about music right now. It just seems like it's more hassle than it's worth right now, which is a shame, because I think that especially when playing D&D, I do find that music really does add to the atmosphere of the game that you're playing. When a decent amount of thought is put into it. So I'm a bit annoyed, but it's window dressing. It's not important. Well,
Yeah.
I think it is, but it's not as important on the priority list. It's fairly low down.
I just say I apologize in advance for any gaps of silence there is when I'm trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah. One thing that I did want to talk about just before we get started as well is I've been experimenting a little bit with games, kind of running up until this point, with a slightly more passive DMing style. I'm probably not going to. I'm going to try and temper it a bit in this game. So, like, I ran a game yesterday with Emily and Ebby, and my plan was to just basically say as little as possible and basically only react as the DM when they ask questions or they say they're going to do something, and effectively when they make like an action that could affect the world around them, rather than doing what I do at the moment, which is kind of be more of a slightly forceful guiding hand. because I realized that without intending to, I think I railroad my players quite a lot, and it's kind of a loose railroad in that there are things that you can do that affect how things play out, but really the core aspects of things are the same. Like you're going to get from point A to point B no matter what you do. It's just the means of which you get there will vary slightly. Whereas I want it to be much more freeform. However, I recognize that in a one-on-one game, there's a lot.
It's not going to work.
No, it's not going to. There's just going to be far too much dead air, and it's going to be boring for everyone involved. So it will be a bit more conversational between the pair of us, and I might. And the nice thing is I've got Quinn as a mouthpiece for that as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm still going to try and step back a little bit.
Okay.
And we'll just see how it goes, because like the game yesterday I felt was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, for both of us who are pretty passive people, it kind of was like, okay, now you have to make the decision. Oh shit, okay, we gotta make decisions now.
I think that's the only other thing that I can think to say, other than I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it, because I think today's going to be a good one.
Well,
it's either going to be a good one or it's going to be a very, very bad one, depending on your perspective.
Well, let's just say, I hope to God, I hope to the D&D gods, the D&D dice gods, that I do not roll like I was rolling last night in the last game, because it was horrendous.
It was one of those games where
nobody was rolling anything like above 12,
except for me,
except for Cam.
It was one of those sessions where the players were rolling really bad and the DM was rolling really good, because I was just hitting every attack, and it wasn't. It's one of those things where it's like, haha, my monsters are doing really well, but it's just not fun when it's like kicking a baby.
Yeah, I almost died to bats.
You almost died to bats, which was funny because that was a joke that you made.
Except it wasn't funny when I was on 1 HP and it was like, oh, there's bats.
She made a joke saying that she was going to die to bats. So I thought, you made this joke, so I'm going to put bats in the adventure.
And then he almost killed me.
The bats almost killed them.
Yeah, and then he almost actually did it.
Incredible. Anyway, so you after your foray to the Tower of Storms, where you confronted a
half orc.
Yeah, a less than mortal half orc named Moisco, who had removed his heart and was using it as a beacon to draw ships and the storm over to the mainland, in order to do his master. The Lord of Storms.
He was basically luring ships into their demise to appease his lord.
Yeah, and he made a shrine to Talos, and it was like this big lightning rod thing that was designed to gather energy. You went and you messed that up, but not only did you mess it up, but you made a new friend in the form of a giant crab, who was very friendly and wanted you to help out his friend, the previous owner of the lighthouse,
who had become a banshee.
She was very upset, bless her. You did that, and you were blessed with a new weapon, a magical battle axe called Ripple, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you've since made your way back to the Stonehill Inn at Fandolin. You had a nice rest, and you awake in the morning to a knock on your door.
I open it a little bit just to peek out and see who it is.
You crack open the door, and it's Toblin, the landlord, and he just says, Dourrebelle, I'm sorry to disturb you at this early hour. I've got this to give you, and he passes a note through the crack in the door.
When I see that it's him, like, I open the door a little bit more.
Okay. Well, he passes you. He passes you a note over.
Okay, and I open it up,
and he says, he doesn't say anything. He just kind of says, okay, that's good. As soon as he passes you the note, he just says, I'm going to go sort breakfast out.
Thank you.
He goes downstairs. You open the note, and it's very straightforward. It just says, storms are brewing at the circle of blah, 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 where are we? I'll just say storms are brewing at the Stone Circle. They're up to something. Falcon.
Okay. I take the note and I shove it in my pocket, and I go over to Quinn's. I'm assuming we've been sleeping in separate rooms.
Yeah.
So
He's
I
got his own room.
yeah. So I knock on the door and I said, "Get up."
Bugger off.
If you're not up before I go, I'm leaving you here. And I just go downstairs to go get breakfast.
You go downstairs, you get some breakfast. Then maybe about 20 minutes goes by. 25 minutes. Breakfast arrives for you.
Mm-hmm.
Toblin assumes that Quinn is going to want something, so he lays out a portion for Quinn as well.
Yeah. And
by the time that
Dourrebelle just goes, if it's cold, it's his own fault. Don't worry.
It's fine. By the time that Quinn gets downstairs, it is cold.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, he just looks at it, looks at you. He goes, what do you want? What's going on?
Falcon has sent word that the orcs are up to something, so we're going.
This egg is slimy.
It would have been nice if you woke up 20 minutes ago. Hurry up! Hurry up!
All right, let's go. Okay. So it's gonna be.
But there's something I want to do before we go, though.
Okay.
I want to go to. I need to open the map because I don't remember what it's called. I want to go to Barthen's and I want to see if he has another bottle of that wine.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you head over.
I want to go and get another bottle of Falcon's favorite wine.
Okay. So you make your way over to the to Barthen's Provisions, and it's still quite early in the morning. He's so you have to knock on the door, and there's kind of like a rustling. The bolt is pulled through. The door opens and Barthen is there, like the older gentleman with kind of the receding hairline. He's just like, "What? Oh, Dourrebelle.
I'm sorry, I'm here early.
What can I do for you?"
About to hit the road, and I was wondering if you could sell me another one of those bottles of wine that you had recommended for Falcon.
Well, you're on your way to visit him, are you?
Yeah.
What's the occasion?
A fight is coming, so.
And you see him kind of like smirking. Yeah, that's what they all say. And he closes the door.
Dourrebelle's just like.
He's like, just wait here a minute. Closes the door and bolts it. Quinn has just got a shit-eating grin on his face.
What do you know that I don't?
Nothing. I don't know nothing.
You're lying.
You don't know that.
I'm gonna insight check.
You're gonna insight check Quinn?
I'm gonna insight check Quinn, yeah. 15.
You don't know.
Really?
You genuinely don't know. Yeah,
Oh.
you rolled a 16 on his persuasion/deception, whichever it was.
Oh shit.
Couple of minutes pass.
I kind of was just like.
Couple of minutes pass and the door opens again, and Barthen kind of like pokes the wine out and he says, "This is my last one until I get a restock. That'll be 5 gold, please." I think it was 5 gold.
Well, I give him 5 gold.
It is now. And he passes you the bottle of wine, and he says, "Send a good word for me."
Yeah.
And I'm going back to bed.
Good night.
Closes the door, bolts it, because it's probably about 6 or 7 in the morning.
Fresh morning.
Yeah, man.
The grass is probably still wet.
Yeah. It's that whole. It's kind of cold. You can feel the water vapor in the air.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
we're gonna go get Lily, and we're gonna get the heck out of town.
Yeah. So if you get the Ode map out.
So I think we have to open it this wide because I believe if I can. Oh, annoyingly, it's shiny right because I think Falcon's place is here.
Yeah.
I think that's where we mentioned it was because it was by the river, and we are all the way down off the map.
Yeah. So it's going to take you a couple of days.
Let me find the tokens just so that people have an idea. Okay, so Falcon's place is like here. It's the star. And we're here. I'll flip it this way, it's more visible. There you go. Okay. Gonna make our merry way on the road.
Yeah, so you start making your way towards Falcon's place.
I imagine we're gonna follow the fastest way is gonna be following the Tribord Trail to here and then cutting through.
Yeah, it's about 2 days travel.
Yeah.
So it's a fairly uneventful journey.
Ooh.
You make your way over to there. You kind of
To here.
camp out maybe just before you enter into the Neverwinter Wood.
Yeah.
Because in your experience, you already know
it's bad
yeah,
news bears.
there's stuff going on in there that you don't really want to get involved in.
Yeah.
Where did you agree that you were going to meet Zorth, by the way? Was it at their ritual site?
I'm pretty sure he said he was scouting the outside of the ritual area.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, I mentioned where a Falcon's is.
He didn't want anything to do
No,
with
I know
Falcon,
he didn't
though.
want. No, but I guess it was the sort of if he needed to find us, he knew where to go, sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So you make your way over there, and yeah. So the second day, you make your way into the Neverwinter Wood, and while you're on your way over there, you come upon a 60-foot wide forest clearing, in the middle of which is a black needle-like spire. A 40-foot tall pine tree ravaged by fire long ago, its limbs all burned off. Tied to the dead tree near its base are several ghastly dolls made of twigs bound with black hair.
A part of me is wondering how I didn't see this the first time I came through, but I suppose we came in a different angle. So the tree looks like it was burned ages ago, but the dolls look new?
I mean, well, as new as hanging dolls tied with hair can appear to be.
I'm gonna hop down and I'll get a little bit closer to inspect.
Okay. So you get a bit closer and you take a look at one of the dolls that's hanging from the tree. You sort of put your hand behind
Just
it.
To kind of lift it a little bit, yeah.
Lift it a little to take a better look at it. And you can see as you inspect, it looks as if there's something inside the binding.
Does this look like do these look a little bit like the dolls from the manse?
No.
These are different.
Yeah.
And it looks like there's something in the doll.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna tell Quinn to be a bit on guard, and I guess I'll see if I can find whatever this is.
He nods and draws his sword, and you take your thumbs and kind of press them in between a couple of the twigs that make up this doll and pull it apart. And inside the chest of the doll reveals a still beating heart of a pig.
Oh shit! So the doll, so I was thinking tiny doll, but it's actually like this big.
Yeah, they're pretty big. I mean, I thought they were quite small as well, but
yeah, still
imagination.
Well,
but yeah, you pull it apart and it reveals this heart
that's still going.
Yeah, it's beating.
I'm gonna drop it.
Okay, yeah, you drop it to the ground.
I'm gonna really quickly look at another one just to see if they all have it.
Okay. Yeah, they are all the same. They're all these kind of like stick figures bound with hair that have these hearts in them.
I'm gonna back up a little bit from the tree and the dolls. Just be like, I don't know if we should stick around but I don't know if we should leave this like it is, Quinn. This seems very wrong.
It's up to you, Belle. I mean, I don't know how much time we've got to make our move. This is some kind of trap or what? I don't know, but
yeah,
if you want to deal with it now, we can deal with it now, or if you want to deal with the orcs and then deal with this later, we can do that as well. At the end of the day, as long as this is staying here, unless this tree picks up legs and starts moving around,
well,
it's only a danger to people that are here.
Well, with some of the things that we've seen, you can't cross that off the list. But
I mean, that's fair.
You have a good point. If they're up to something, if the orcs are up to something, we need to get there quick. So we'll
I just want to kill some orcs.
Let's just make a point to remember where this is, and maybe we'll ask Falcon if he knows anything about it. I kind of find it hard to believe that this is here, and if he doesn't know anything about it, then then we'll do something about it.
Right.
Okay, so I want to get back on Lily and we're going to go.
Yeah, so you just carry on down the path and you do eventually arrive at Falcon's place.
Yeah.
It seems a bit... The reconstruction efforts are going well.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of glance around, and even this early in the morning, you can see that there are several hired hands hard at work rebuilding the fence, kind of taking care of some of the damage to like the walls and all the rest of the stuff that's going on. You do also notice as you get past the kind of like first perimeter wall when you're making your way up to the main building.
I was gonna say we have a map here. We could pull over.
No, it's fine. You do notice there are 2 graves that have been dug nearby. There's kind of like this small section that's been partitioned off.
I'm gonna assume those are the graves of the farmhand who had came in and died valiantly, and then the woman who had come as well to defend.
Yeah, the two people that came to help fight and protect his home who died. Unfortunately.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hop down and I'm gonna go offer a prayer.
Cool. Yeah, you do that.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna find the nearest person who doesn't look too busy and just be like, is Falcon inside?
I believe so, yeah.
Thank you. And then we're gonna go over to the door and knock.
Go over and go and knock on the door, and as you would expect, Corwin answers the door. Kind of like elderly gentleman wearing an apron. He's still got like a couple of gashes on him,
but they've healed and
yeah, he looks fine. He just looks a bit more world weary than he did when you first met him, which is an impressive feat because he was already looking pretty done with things when you first met him. So what can you do? He opens the door and he goes, Dourrebelle, what can I do for you?
I received a note from Falcon this morning that was pretty important, that was related to the orcs. Is he awake?
Yes, he's I believe he's upstairs in the tower on a matter connected with which you mentioned. So let me go and fetch him. Actually, come on in.
Okay.
And he accepts you both in and leads you up into the main building onto the second floor and then into the tower where he held up during the siege. And he kind of opens the door and sends you upstairs. There's like a stone spiral staircase that leads up, and as you arrive, you see that Falcon's back, kind of like the tall human gentleman, big mutton chops. From behind, he whirls around, kind of bow in hand, in shock because he's not expecting anyone up here, and then just kind of realizes that it's you and Quinn, sighs and goes, so you got my note then?
I did.
Yes, well, see for yourself. And he gestures deeper into the forest, kind of like further to I believe it's to the northwest. Or is it northeast of where he is? Either way, it's somewhere in the north. And in amongst an area of the forest, kind of deeper in, you can see these... the sky is fairly clear. It's cloudy, but there's no signs of like rain or storms or anything. But as you get closer to this view in the distance, the storm clouds kind of immediately go from white, like fluffy white, to dense black, and they're kind of swirling around
like a tornado, almost like a tornado.
Almost kind of not quite at that speed, but they are moving quite violently. And and Falcon just says, that appeared a couple of days ago. Probably about 4 days ago.
So that's not in line with the fact that I killed Mosco.
Oh, you've been hard at work, have you?
Yeah, we went and checked out a lighthouse on the coast. There was another worshipper out there that we had to take care of.
Well, the more that we can do to destabilize their activities, the better. Anyway, I imagine that you're going to go and check this out.
Yes, but before I go, one, I have a gift, and two, I was wondering if, while you've been watching, if you've seen. It'll be a bit strange to say this, but have you seen a centaur in the midst?
Centaurs aren't strange. Who do you take me for?
Well, I mean, it was the first time I had ever encountered one, so.
Well, you see, I've got many years more adventuring experience on you.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm well aware of a clan of centaurs that regular the Neverwinter Wood. Sorry. Still not experienced enough to remember the name of this place, apparently. But the answer to your question is no. I have not seen any in the area.
Right, because we had run into one, and he had said that he was going to watch where they were, but I suppose I don't really have way of. I could potentially send message to him, but I know that he's out there waiting. So, if anything, I'll probably go up there and meet him there.
Very good. Well, I'm not surprised that I haven't seen them. They tend to steer clear from settlements like this.
Yeah. I would really quickly though, like, since we're up high enough, and can I look around and see that tree that we saw?
You cannot see it from here.
Oh, okay.
The forest is too thick.
Right. Okay.
And it was quite a way away from here, so no, there's no sign of it.
Falcon, before I go, do you know anything about an area some odd distance that way, with a really tall burned pine tree? It's like in a clearing.
No, I remember that there was a fire in the wood, maybe a few years ago, that burnt up quite a few of the trees since. But I know that some have been healed by the druidic forces that live here, but some of them still remain. But yeah, there are a few dotted around, but nothing remarkable or out of the ordinary. That's quite a regular occurrence.
I guess the reason I point this one out in particular is because as we passed by it, we noticed that there were dolls tied to it. No doubt a trap set by the half-orc anchorites. That was what we assumed as well, so we didn't stick around very long. But I figured I'd let you know, and it was probably going to do something about it after dealing with them.
Very well. Anyway, you should be off.
Yeah.
Thank you for the wine.
Yeah.
I assume gave it
I
imagine just like hand it to him during conversation.
Yeah, just pulled it out and he would have been like, oh, sweet.
Yeah. Thank you for the wine. I shall enjoy that once this is all over once and for all.
Yeah.
I would love to come with you. However, I am concerned that whatever they're doing is some sort of diversion to try and wipe this place off the map once and for all. They seem very interested in this area. I imagine they want to take it as... I imagine the orcs themselves have designs on it as some sort of stronghold.
Yes, it's quite... I mean, for how difficult it was for them to get into it, I can see why they would want it for themselves, because it means more defense for them.
Yes, indeed. All the more reason for me to stay here.
Yeah, no, that I completely understand. And I thank you for sending word about that. We had only just gotten back to town, so the timing was perfect.
Excellent. Very well. So, yes, I will look forward to seeing you again.
When all is said and done.
Yes, once the storm has cleared.
Same to you. And then I will make my way out.
Okay.
We're gonna go get Lily, who's probably been creeping out everyone.
Yeah. So... Oh yeah, of course, yeah, because I didn't even think that you...
I just left a skeleton horse there where everyone's...
So you had outside, and yeah, there are a couple of the workers just kind of like being, what on earth? Oh my god, it's a monster! What is it? And she's just like...
Where's
Nay.
Where's what's his face? The stable boy.
Pell?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Okay. He's not anywhere in sight.
No, he's not in... You assume that he's just working...
That's fair.
Somewhere. So because I'm going to guess that you didn't take Lily all the way to the stables.
No, we only just stopped briefly, so yeah, mount up on the skeleton horse and just be like,
and away.
Hope the day stays clear for your work, boys. And then make my way out.
Sorry, I'm getting distracted because now that the sun isn't as bright over
It's
here,
really dark.
It's starting to get quite dark in here as well. Yeah. I will have to do something about that. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. It's moody.
Storm's coming in.
Okay, so yeah, you say your goodbyes. You mount up on Lily, and they're like, "Oh, is this yours?"
Yeah, she's friendly.
And you're just like, Quinn's like, "Look, you can pet it all you want later. We've got to go."
Yeah, I'm sure she'd love all the attention when we come back.
And you both saddle up and
Make our
off
way
you
out.
go. You make your way out, back into the forest once again, towards this convergence of storm clouds. And as you make your way across uneven ground rising to a ridge, several hulking orcs. I said hunking. Several hunky orcs
Ooh.
ascend a similar ridge across from you, separated by a 60-foot wide, 10-foot deep gully. The orcs unleash a terrible battle cry as they are joined by a humanoid with elongated claws. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to like imagine this in my head.
I'm assuming you're going on the basis that we didn't just roll up on the horse in the open.
No, so there's uneven ground rising to a ridge. So basically you're on two sides. So you're on one side, and then there's like a 60-foot gap, and then there's another ridge where the orcs are. So as you've got to the top of this ridge, they've spotted you, and this one of the half orcs with the elongated claws is there. And he lets out a roar as well, and the orcs kind of go into a frenzy. You get the impression that maybe this is a patrol that's guarding the area.
Yeah.
The gully's only about 10 foot deep, but it's quite wide, and you're both on the edges. So I'm going to need you to roll initiative for me while I quickly set this up.
Quinn. I'll do myself first.
Okay, just make a note of the numbers while I figure this out. What are you doing? You don't get advantage on it.
I'm just making sure I remember.
Nothing affects your initiative.
I'm just checking to be sure.
You did that last time as well.
I know. Oof, not good.
Okay.
I don't know where the markers are, so.
Okay, what did Quinn get?
4.
Excellent. What did Dourrebelle get?
11.
11. Wow. Okay.
We're starting off strong, boys.
Yeah, so they've definitely got the drop on you. So the anchorite kind of like turns to his allies, the two orcs that are flanking him on either side.
So there's only 3.
Yeah,
okay.
and says, "In the name of Talos, attack!" And he's going to cast Bless on all 3 of them.
Okay.
So he's concentrating on Bless. So I'm just gonna. Can I pop a note on here at all? No, I can't. I just have to remember that they've got Bless on. So that's his turn. The first orc, they're both going to pull javelins out from their packs. and one is going to go for you, and one is going to go for Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one, which has a D4 on it, because lol bless, that is a big number. 19 plus 5.
That hits me.
Okay, so you suffer 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
The second one comes in for Quinn. Not quite as good. That is a 17.
That hits, but his HP didn't reset with the.
Then just reset it then.
There's no reset button, so I'm just gonna have to. How much damage did he take?
I haven't told you.
Sorry,
yet.
yes, 17 hits.
He takes 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
Okay, so that's their go.
Mm-hmm.
It is now your turn.
Well, I'm gonna jump down from the whole. I'm gonna jump down from Lily.
Okay.
How far away are they from?
They're about 60 feet away. There's a 60-foot gully between you,
Mm-hmm.
which has got like a 10-foot drop.
Okay, so I am going to use my crossbow on the one that threw his javelin at me.
Okay.
Just trying to get more complete. Plus 5 to hit. 18 plus 5.
Yeah, that hits.
So he suffers 6 piercing damage.
Okay. So yeah, you fire your crossbow and it catches the orc, it's like, "Ugh!" and then just roars in your direction and it echoes across the gully.
And I will leave it at no. Can I move back so I get like some cover?
I mean, there is no cover. You're at the top of a very large.
So
ridge.
I can't back down.
I mean, I suppose you could. Yeah, because it was an incline, so yeah, you could move out of their eyesight. Yeah, that's fine.
That's what I basically want to move out of their sight.
Okay.
I know they're gonna come around anyways, but I don't want them throwing any more shit that they might have, especially Magic Boy.
Okay. It's Quinn's go.
Quinn is going to use his longbow. I believe he has longbow. Yeah. He's gonna shoot the one that threw shit at him.
Okay. Remember, he has 2 attacks.
Oh yeah. So, could I shoot? I could shoot at 2 different targets then.
You could potentially. It's up to you how we do this, because when I do like multiple attacks, you can either do all of them at once on one target, and I will do all of my attacks at once on one target, which does mean that you might do things slightly inefficiently, but it's faster. But it's got to be mutual on both ends. So it's up to you. You can either mix it up that way, but that means I can do the same, or you can just do all in one on one turn, just because it's faster that way.
I'll do it all in one, yeah. So I'm doing 2 arrows at this boy. Quinn's doing his tricks of notching
2 at once.
So oof. What is it? Plus 6 to hit. So I don't think a 9 hits.
Nope.
But I think 14 plus 9 hits.
Yes.
Or 14 plus 6 hits.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay, so 1d8 plus 1. 4 damage, 4 piercing.
Okay.
So the one arrow probably just goes woo and fires off.
Yeah, it just pings off because he's trying to be fancy and it's not working.
He's trying to be cool.
Okay. So yeah, he's fired off his attacks.
And he's gonna back down as well.
Okay, so he follows after you.
And we're gonna tell Lily to hide if she hasn't already.
You hear kind of the orcs scream out. You don't understand Orcish, do you?
No.
No, so they just cry out in like rage and frustration. And you hear the other one, the half orc that's with them, mutter some sort of command, and nothing happens.
Okay.
It's now your turn.
I will have my light crossbow and I will move my way up to see if I can see them still.
Okay. As soon as you get into visual range, both of them are going to attack
Shit,
you.
okay. Should have seen that coming.
So one got a 8, which doesn't hit.
No.
One did get a 23 though.
Yeah.
Actually, I think even with a bless, that 8 isn't going to do anything. So you suffer 8 piercing damage. As the moment that you poke your head up, boom, boom, one skitters from off the ground, and then another one hits you square in the front of the chest. It bounces off your armor, so it doesn't pierce, but it still hurts.
But that's okay because I'm gonna shoot the half orc.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot the caster boy with my crossbow. No, it's a natural 1.
Okay.
So I miss.
So yeah, you
and then
you shoot, and you, in the kind of moment and the shock of being hit with the javelin, you fire wide, and
then I back down, and I'm
yeah,
like,
you just hear him kind of like a
fucking dicks.
Quinn's turn.
He is not going to pop up.
Okay.
I think he's going to maybe like move. He's not going to move too far away, but he's going to sort of move like this. Like, I guess try and move closer to them without coming up into view.
So we can't move closer to them because there's a big ridge in the way.
But so there's no way around.
No, you can't go around. It's like a big gully that's kind of going. You'd have to go quite a distance.
Okay.
To do that.
But it's okay because if they've both shot at me, they don't have any held attacks, so he's gonna pop up and shoot the half orc as well.
Okay.
He did much better. 12 plus 6.
Yep, that hits.
He's got 2 attacks.
Remember?
So I'll roll the second one now. 12.
12 total at the half orc.
12 for the second hit.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
For going at the half orc.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
Okay, so oh, he can re-roll ones.
Not on
non-damage
dice.
one. Okay, so it's only 2. Annoyingly.
2 damage. Okay. So that's Quinn's go. Is he going to move back as well?
Yeah.
Okay. The kind of roar of the orcs is getting louder and louder, and you hear the anchorite just kind of call out, "Cowards! Come and face us!" At which point,
not that I think he will, but did not that I think he'd fail it, but does he have to make a Constitution check?
Yes, he does. Which he succeeds.
I mean, he took 2 damage. It would be.
Well, it's 10 anyway.
Oh right, okay.
It's 10 minimum.
Right, okay.
Okay. You hear him mutter a command.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's your turn.
And there's no sounds of them getting closer.
No.
Sorry, just bear with me while I look at my spells really quick. Oh, I should have done that, but I suppose I didn't.
You didn't have time to.
Yeah.
You mean you could have done it at the start of the day, but. Well, what are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'm going to cast. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Quinn.
Okay.
Oh, so it's. Oh yeah. Sorry. So I'm casting Shield of Faith on him, so he's got +2.
Okay, so yeah, you clutch your holy symbol, and this kind of like protective barrier kind of outlines him, and then disappears. And he's like, and he kind of looks at you as if to be like, okay.
And then She's gonna she's can I hold it in a no, I use a spell so I can't do anything else. So
this Shield of Faith is a bonus action.
oh, it is. Right. Okay. So I'm not going. I'm going to stay put. I'm not going to pop up because I feel like they're going to.
Okay.
Shoot.
Are you going to do anything with that action?
I'm assuming I can't hold my action that if they shoot at Quinn, I shoot back.
Not without being able to see them. No. Because you have to, at the very least, you'd have to be able to see Quinn.
I'm going to. I can't hold a guiding bolt, can I? No.
You can,
no.
but if you don't trigger it,
yeah.
you'll lose the spell slot.
I can't think of how I can help Quinn beyond giving him the shield. Like if I use my action to help him, my only thing would be that if I hear them shoot, that I pull him backwards. But I don't know if that's something that I can use as my action.
How would you pull him backwards?
Just grab him?
Not really, no, because you'd have to grapple him. And that wouldn't... I don't know if that would be helpful. I suppose it would increase his cover, but...
No, I'll just leave it for now.
Okay. So that's your turn.
Yeah.
It's now Quinn's go. So is Quinn going to rush in?
He's going to pop over and shoot again.
Okay. He pops over to shoot. Nobody's there.
Can he do a perception check, see where they are? Or see if he can hear
them? I mean,
them?
the safest assumption to make is they've just copycatted you.
How wide is it again?
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay, so it would take Quinn at least 2 rounds unless he dashed to get there. But then we'd be out in the open. Can Quinn
just kind of like looks at you.
Can he
and says,
go down?
Yeah, says, use me as bait.
Okay.
Okay, and the moment that you say that, he's off.
Yeah, that's
so
what I thought.
he's gonna use his full movement to move 50 feet. So he jumps down.
Mm-hmm.
It's only a 10-foot drop, so he doesn't take any damage or anything. And he starts moving.
Mm-hmm.
And he is what's he gonna do once he's kind of moved over there?
Maybe he's just gonna because they said something like come out and fight. He's gonna be like, well, I'm here now, where are you?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
but that doesn't, what's his action?
He's gonna hold his longbow for when he sees them.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so the
he's gonna hold it for the first one he sees pop up.
Okay, so that is going to be the main guy, the half-orc, kind of pops out and is like, very good. Yeah, so you pop out and he emerges. So go ahead and shoot you. He only gets 1 attack as a reaction.
That's fine, or as a held action. Oh, I know, you use this action. Never mind. Ooh, 12 plus 6.
Yep, that hits.
Oh, 8 damage.
Okay. He takes the arrow in his side. He's like, ugh! And he recoils and then just kind of goes, behold the storm. Make a dexterity saving throw as a bolt of lightning shoots out of his hand.
Quinn can reroll.
Can you reroll once? Yep.
So, you said a dexterity save.
Yep. He should be good at those.
It's
1 plus 1.
No, he's good at Constitution saving throw, so he only got 11.
11. That is a fail. So I think it's a fail. Yeah. So Quinn takes.
It's a lot of dice.
Takes 28 lightning damage.
Oh my god.
As the lightning just crashes over him, and he's just like, ah! And you kind of like see his skin like split from the force of the lightning bolt, and he staggers back and it's like, ugh! And the 2 orcs are going to pop up and immediately charge at him. They're both going to come at him with great axes. So his armor class is 18 right now, isn't it? So the first one gets, I think that's 18 exactly. Yeah, it is. But he only does 5 slashing damage.
Okay.
The second one, that's a 19.
Okay.
Max damage. That's 15 slashing damage.
Okay.
Quinn is down.
He's unconscious.
Yeah, so like he wasn't expecting the lightning bolt, and the 2 orcs just come down and go bang, bang, and you just kind of see Quinn go like, ugh! And he turns and he looks at you and he just says, now, fucking now, as he falls unconscious. And it's your turn.
I'm gonna run down and try and get as close as I can with my movement. And I'm going to, in a fit of fury, just basically throw up my hand and be like, have a taste of your own medicine! And I'm gonna use one of my charms of the storm.
Okay, so yeah, you used his second. Careful when you hit the table, by the way. But yeah, you were in a fit of fury. It's kind of like that familiar feeling when you did it when you attacked Morisco before. It's almost like there's a voice in your head as you come down, just this kind of like booming low voice that sounds like thunder. That's just like, yes, do it, and you throw out the lightning bolt.
And
So I'm going to go ahead and say that you can hit all of them.
Is there any?
Because that's cool.
Will it hit? Is it going to hit Quinn though?
You can tilt it up.
Okay. I don't want to just kill him with it. So, okay. Yeah. So you'll have to tell me what it does when I.
Well, yeah, we'll get to it. It's fine. They've got to make saving throws first. What's your spell save DC? 15.
15.
Okay, so the 2 orcs, dexterity, yeah?
Yeah. I believe that's what it is with a lightning bolt.
Yeah, lightning bolt is dexterity. +1. So no, both of the orcs fail. I'm pretty sure they're dead. Yeah, because you're going to have to like arc it up at the anchorite anyway,
yeah.
So... And I think he fails as well. Yeah, they all fail.
Okay, so what is that? 8d8?
8d6 lightning damage. Why is it taking my dice?
Okay, so 5, 10 plus 12 is 22, 24, 26, 28.
So none of them were expecting that. The lightning bolt, it's kind of, we'll go into like bullet time slow motion. The lightning bolt blasts from your hand, like the line connects all 3 of them together. The first orc turns around, you see his eyes go wide as his body is just blown apart by this lightning bolt. It connects with the second one, the exact same thing, it blows apart, and then streaks upwards towards this kind of like priest of Talos, who is just kind of like, has this bemused expression of, what? He had exactly 28 hit points.
Oh my god,
so
amazing.
It strikes him in the chest. It doesn't blow him to bits like it does the other 2, but it strikes him in the chest and he kind of like staggers back and he's just like, ugh! His eyes kind of like roll back into his head as his body like steams and smokes, and he just collapses onto his back.
Okay, and then
Legally did.
yeah, and then I'm literally gonna go over to Quinn, and I'm gonna I'm trying to think of the best healing spell to do.
Do you want a hint?
Would it be cure wounds?
No.
No.
It's your channel divinity.
Okay. So where is it? Features. Okay.
Because you can use that to give yourself a cheeky heal as well if you
Yeah.
want.
Okay. So. Yeah, because I can do so. Can I pump it all into Quinn?
I just realised they should have had a D4 on their saving throw, but never mind. You can pump it all into Quinn and heal him up to half of his maximum hit points.
So I could heal him up to 22, 23?
45, 20. So you could heal him 22, and you can heal yourself the remaining 7. But you're over half your hit points, so you can't do that.
Okay, but I'm still gonna dump all of it into him because he needs it.
Yeah, drop it in. So Quinn just like immediately.
I just do that thing where it's just like I run over and I'm just like.
I mean, it's in a range of 30 feet, but you can do that anyway. You like run up to him and you just like grab him, and just like get her, and his eye like you like pump this energy into him. There's maybe like a couple of sparks of lightning left.
Yeah.
From him from your attack, and he just kind of goes oh my god. Can you turn the light on, please?
Yeah.
I think it's getting to that point.
It's getting too
dark.
dark.
I can see there's lines. Oh, that's a bit better. It's a bit warm, but we'll fix that at another point. Yeah, so Quinn is awake, just about, and yeah, he just kind of goes, "You got him then?"
Yes, I did. He get up and he gets up and sees the smoldering remains.
He just kind of like slowly gets up onto his feet. It's like, I'm glad my plan worked. Oh my god, what's that? What did you do?
I gave him a taste of their own medicine.
Again?
Yeah.
You're getting too used to that.
If they're gonna throw it at me and I've got it, I'll give it right back to them.
Fair enough. Okay, so you're both down at the bottom of this this thing now. It's going to be fairly straightforward for you to climb up the other side, and
I mean, I want to make sure that guy's dead.
Oh yeah, he is heckin' dead. He does also have a potion on his person. A potion,
which might be. Got a couple of potions, might. Trying to decide if I want to use one now or not. If he's got a potion of healing, I might use it.
He does not have a potion of healing. He has a potion of greater healing.
Oh shit!
What do you reckon, Belle? Should we take a quick rest before we carry on?
Yes, but we should get into cover so that we're not surprised again.
Or we could stay down here. As in, like, up against the wall.
Oh, right.
It's probably as good a place as any.
Yeah, I guess aside from hiding in the trees. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna hide. We're gonna take a moment to try and get a short rest in.
Yeah, so go ahead and spend some of your hit dice. You can do the same for Quinn as well.
Yeah, I'll do me first. So is that so it's 1d8 plus 3.
Yes.
Was there no. Sorry, I was thinking of something else. So that's a 7. So 7.
So you restore 10 hit points.
Which I think
puts you pretty much.
Yeah.
So you just take the 1.
Yeah.
Go on to Quinn for a sec because we'll do it for Quinn as well.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll a d8 for Quinn. He has 68 plus 2.
So he also got a 7.
So he heals 9.
Okay.
Okay. And you can do another one if you want.
Yeah.
Another 9. Which takes him up to 40. So you can do a third one if you want. That would be half of his hit dice. Or you can leave it there.
No, I'll use another one just in case.
Okay.
Because he's got second wind that he could use in fight.
Yeah. I mean, you probably could have popped that before taking the short rest, but never mind.
Never mind. So that's a 6.
Well, do you want to go ahead and do that now? And actually, rather than using the third hit dice, go ahead and roll a d10 and add 6 to it.
9 plus 6?
Yeah, so just pump him up to max. There we go. And because he gets that back on a short rest anyway.
Yeah.
So cool. All right, so you're both pretty much as healed as you're going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to carry on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna.
So
but we're gonna be quieter this time.
Okay.
And because we're not on Lily anymore,
all right.
Won't be easier.
So both of you go ahead and roll stealth checks. I mean, it's fairly simple for you to climb. It's only 10 feet, and you're both fairly athletic, so I'm not going to make you do a check to get up there. You'll eventually
stealth
do
checks?
it. Stealth checks for both you and Quinn, yeah. You've got advantage as well, remember?
So it's a 14 and a 14. So,
okay.
So 16.
So 16.
Quinn got 17 plus 1, so 18.
18. Cool. So yeah, you're both moving very quietly, which is weird considering you're wearing like crazy armor. But never mind, you're moving along.
I'm wearing mithril.
Yeah, you're wearing mithril. So just it shuffles with no noise, and you continue your way further. Okay, so you're arriving from the west, I believe. Let me just double check something real quick.
Do we see? Oh,
wait, just let me do this
right.
first.
That's right.
Oh no, it's not a fan of that at all. Right, okay. So yeah, you're moving up. So you'll be coming here from the south.
Wherever here is.
No.
Sorry.
It's fine. It just creeps me out. She's cracking her knuckles, and
I'm sorry. It's a force of habit.
Okay. So I think as you're about to arrive, you do manage to make contact with Zor, the centaur, who kind of jumps out at like the first thing. I suppose you're stealth, so he wouldn't notice you. Mm-hmm. If anything, you find him first, kind of crouched down in amongst the undergrowth and the trees, carefully watching out as the tree line breaks.
Yeah, we'd just be like, we'd keep a distance because we wouldn't want him to like jump up or anything. We're just like, Zorth.
He kind of his ears. Wait, his ears don't prick up. He's not a
Zorth.
He's not an anime centaur.
Zorth, it's Dourrebelle.
He turns to me and says, "Oh, it's you.
Yeah.
Good to see you."
Our friend Falcon had sent word that there was activity going on, so we made our way over.
So he kept his word. Good, excellent. Yes, I've been waiting for your arrival. I don't know what they're doing up there. They're performing some sort of ritual. They've been at it for quite a while now, but I dare not attempt to stop them on my own. But I was getting nervous and feeling like I was going to have to do something. So I'm glad that you've arrived.
Yeah, we had picked off a trio of them scouting around on our way over. How many are here?
From what I can see, there are, as the DM looks at his notes, there are two of them, two of the half-orc spellcasters, and they seem to be joined by we call them twig blights, the little wooden creatures.
The little dolls, the wooden dolls.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm familiar with them.
I'm not sure what they're doing, but they appear to all be frolicking up there and chanting something in a language that I don't understand.
So there's only the 4 of them here. There's no others.
There were 3 of them at one point, but I think judging from what you've said, you managed to dispatch one of them while they were out on patrol.
Yeah, it was him and 2 orcs. But if there's only the 2 half orcs and the twig blights, as you called them, it shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully, before I eat my own words.
They are they're at the top of the hill. Now there's a circle of stones that they're performing the ritual in the center of. From what I've managed to gather, there are some entrances that lead under the hill.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not. They appear to retreat there at night. That must be where they're staying.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure what your suggestion is for a plan of action.
I look up at the sky, and I'm assuming it's basically a big swirling storm up ahead.
Now that you're getting closer, you can see kind of the eye of the storm at this point. There is kind of you can't quite see the circle of stones. You can see it kind of like it's kind of like Stonehenge, basically. There are these stone structures. You can see like the top of them poking out from the hill, and kind of exactly in line with that, where the storm clouds are, there is a huge circular opening where it's kind of like a plug hole, like the clouds are just like swirling around in the middle.
Yeah,
and there's like this there's something in the center.
Yeah,
there's kind of like this energy swelling.
Yeah. The most straightforward answer is to just go straight up there, but we don't know what they've set up there. But we can't linger much longer if they're in the middle of preparing something, because it looks, whatever it is, it looks very close to completion. I'd say we should try and get up the hill as quietly as we can and get the drop on them, and try and get them when they're not expecting it.
Very well.
Especially if they're awaiting their buddy to come back before finishing all, whatever this is off.
Okay. Well, I will join you then. And he is going to make a stealth check as well. And he rolled a 19. So he's got a stealth of 21.
Nice.
So yeah, all three of you are very, very much hidden. And
before we go up, I'm putting my hand on Quinn, and I'm going, now, you're probably going to pull that same stunt before, but this time I'm going to give you something a little bit better. And I'm going to give him enhanceability.
What are you using enhanceability for?
It's for, because it was dexterity checks, wasn't it?
It's a saving throw, not a check. It doesn't work that way.
Oh, I thought that was what it was for. Oh no, it was this one that I was thinking of. So I'm gonna give him, not gonna give him what I said. I'm going to give him protection from energy, and I'm gonna protect him from lightning. Okay,
cool. Yeah, so you put your hand on Quinn. That is a concentration spell, so you are concentrating now on protection from energy.
Yeah.
And he goes, right, okay, so the plan is then, I'm going to draw out their lightning. So, if I've got this, I want you to stay hidden, because they've got to go for me, not you.
All right.
Knowing these guys, it tends to be what they
do first.
What they lead up with.
But
we'll see.
If they're anything like the guy we just fought, they shouldn't be too difficult to take down if we can get a good hit on them. But we'll have to be careful.
Seeing as you mentioned it earlier, did you want to cast aid as well?
Yes. Thank you.
And you can give that to Zorth too.
Yeah. I will, yeah.
So all three of you gain it's not temporary hit points, it's your maximum increases by 5.
Oh yeah, that's right. So we gotta
override your maximum HP to 47. Yeah, I'll do it. Oh, okay. Never mind then. Click off just so it registers. There you go. And then do the same for Quinn. And then I'll add it onto Zorth when...
Wait, only 47? I thought 8 added...
It does add 5. Why is it...
Because my max is 46.
It might be because I'm... Is it 46?
My max HP...
Oh, it's because you've taken damage and I'm getting confused, so it'd be 51.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I didn't mean
Yeah.
to.
That's fine. And then Quinn's will go up to 50.
I just have to.
Customize.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then max HP. Oh.
5.0.
5.0.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Cool. And then I'll add it to Zorth
Okay,
when we start.
cool.
Okay.
And I've got my concentration hat on now.
So, you guys start making your way up. I should have read this earlier, but ominous storm clouds gather in the sky as you approach a 90-foot tall hill with trees spreading across its slopes. Atop the hill is a large ring of standing stones. Two ghastly figures dance within this henge, surrounded by a number of smaller, capering creatures. And there's this kind of sonorous chant with the two of them, and they kind of it's almost to simulate the sounds of like thunder strikes. It starts off like kind of like sonorous droning tone, then all of a sudden one of them will be like rah,
like a crackling. Yeah.
Maybe one of them even has a drum, so like
Mm-hmm.
and it's an outrageous amount of noise, but it seems to be doing something. So the three of you creep up. Are you staying together or are you staying spread out?
I imagine if Quinn wants to make sure that I don't get hit, he would probably move away a little bit.
Mhm.
Maybe we spread out a little bit, but like if I need to get to them if I need to heal them, I can reach them. Sort of thing.
So maybe you kind of stay like 30 feet apart from
Yeah.
each other and kind of do. So you'll stay in the middle, and Quinn and Zorth will do like a pincer movement
Yeah.
going in.
Yeah. My idea is to sort of, when we get up there, to try and be, so when I get to the top, I'm like behind one of the stones so they don't see me. Yeah.
Yeah, and Quinn's like, we have to do something about those little bastards as well.
Yeah, they hurt a bit, didn't they?
What if I?
It's certainly a way to get their attention.
He's holding one of the beads of fireballs, by the way.
I'd say.
How many of those are left? Because I know he
threw.
You threw two at John Raskin.
Yeah, those are the only ones he's thrown.
Okay.
So there was.
So there's four left. So you'd have three if you do that.
Let's do it.
Okay. So the three of you make your way up.
Well, I suppose it's not my decision; it's Quinn's decision. I leave.
No. It is. Yeah. It is your decision because he always kind of defers that to you. Okay. So you guys start making your way up, and you are well stealthed, and they are distracted. So
they're too busy dancing.
You are going to get the drop on them.
Cool.
Let me just set this up real quick. So we need.
I'm gonna pull my D6s back out just in case.
And then we also need a centaur.
Dice.
Okay, go ahead and roll initiative for me.
So I got 15.
Okay.
Quinn got 13.
15 and 13?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. So, as Quinn steps out with the bead ready, the first thing that stops are the creatures, the little twig blight creatures. They're probably about even smaller than Quinn.
Bigger.
They're about his size, kind of like these tangled creatures made of like dried sticks and everything. They're the first to notice him, but they can't do anything because you guys have got the drop on them. So they're all surprised, and they skip this turn. And then you are next in the order.
I'm going to hold a crossbow bolt. Oh wait, no, because I have to pop out to shoot. Would it be possible for me to like pop out and shoot? I know that I'm trying not to think of the old Critical Role because they had broke rules because I know Stam used to hold his turns.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's a Pathfinder thing.
Okay, so Dourrebelle is going to hold. She's gonna hold the crossbow for the moment.
Are you sure you want to hold the crossbow or not something more potent? Hang on, sorry, bear with me a sec.
You mean like a spell?
I'm gonna do some tweaking.
I suppose the thing about holding a spell is like, how do I trigger it from behind cover?
You have to. Well, you can still like, as long as you know a trigger point. Like maybe you and Quinn decide a word or like some sort of triggering action. You could be like on when the fireball hits. I don't know when the fireball hits.
Well, that's why I was like, if when the fireball hits, I would maybe I say.
I'm just thinking like because they're surprised, so this is your opportunity to dish some really heavy damage out quick.
Right.
Because they haven't spotted you, so any attacks that you have will have advantage.
Could I hold my last Call of Storm? Maybe when the fireball hits.
You could. I mean, yeah, if you want to. The only thing is you won't be able to hit both of them.
Right.
Because you've got to get them in a line, basically, and they're not arranged that way right now. Quinn can hit all of them with a well-placed fireball.
Yeah.
Because that's a circle.
I suppose I could hold a guiding bolt.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could shoot a guiding bolt at one of them after the fireball kicks off.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll hold my guiding bolt.
Okay. What level?
Oh yeah, it's a leveled spell, isn't it? Let's do it at second level.
Okay. So you hold. Yeah. So you.
So I still have to hit cast though, right? Because I'm still
because you are using the spell slot to hold it.
Yeah.
But the nice thing about this is it's got quite a clear trigger point. You're definitely going to do it.
Yeah. So when the fireball hits.
Yeah. So as you're already like you start kind of like concentrating and focusing this radiant energy into the guiding bolt that you then hold into your hand. Your hands start trembling, holding it in place, and you look at Quinn like
do it.
And then Quinn pops out, and he goes, "Oi! Talos is shit!" Ping! And the bead kind of like he like flicks it out at them, and as it flies through the air, the similar thing happens before when he threw the 2 at Don John. It kind of like starts to glow orange and then white and then expand and go, and then the first thing that the half orcs notice is they look down at the twig blights that have stopped dancing, and they're like, and then they hear that and they immediately turn and so they need to make some dex saves. So we'll start with the twig blights. What's the DC? The fireball should say, the necklace should say what the DC is. 15.
15, yeah. Okay.
So the twig blights.
I'm assuming because it's a level 3 spell, this is a level 3, right? Fireballs?
Fireball is level 3.
It is, okay. Base. Okay, so yeah, he's shooting a level 3 fireball.
So the first one fails. The second one saves. Third one fails. Fourth one fails. I don't think it's going to matter though. Do you want to know how much HP they've got?
2.
4.
Amazing.
Do you want to know what they're vulnerable to?
Fire. Okay, so
the 2 anchorites 1 saves, 1 fails.
So how many is that?
It's 8d6. The same as lightning bolt.
Okay, I need 3d6s from you, please. Satisfying.
I just want to see how much damage these poor twig blights take.
Let's see. So 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
19 damage.
Yeah, 19
so
damage.
the twig blights take 38 damage.
So they basically just instantly immolate.
You just hear this like cacophony of like
It probably doesn't even last that long. It's probably like
yeah, they just like immediately burn up, leaving these like charred husks that immediately collapse over. So a couple of them, the ones that fail, get blown to bits. There's just like bits of twig and
I don't
stuff
even imagine
everywhere.
they exist anymore.
Was it 19?
Yeah.
So one of them takes the full 19. The other one takes 9. As they're both just like ah.
Got
at that point, you throw out your guiding bolt.
Mm-hmm.
Which one are you aiming at?
The one that's less hurt.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so go ahead and roll an attack with advantage.
14. 3, so 14 plus 7.
That definitely hits.
Yeah, so 21. So.
And that was a 2nd level guiding bolt, so it's 5d6 damage.
All the dice tonight. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14.
14 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of like pop out and you shoot out the guiding bolt, and it's as he's still reeling from the flames and trying to like pat them out. It strikes him in the chest, and he's immediately engulfed with this like glittering light that then shines across his body. And it's like, cool. That was Quinn's go. They're both still technically surprised, so they can't do anything.
Get right.
And then it moves over to Zorth's turn, who, emboldened by what you've done, immediately charges in. Oh my god! He's going to charge his full movement.
Oh god, yeah, the centaur is going to have a charge, isn't he?
So he moves over to the one that got hit with the guiding bolt, and he is going to immediately make an attack with his pike and try and drive it through him. He gets advantage because of the guiding bolt. 12 plus 6,
so 18.
Which definitely hits. So he deals an additional 3d6 piercing damage.
Oh my god.
On top of his normal 1d10.
1d10 and 3d6.
10, 16, 22 damage.
So
26 damage.
Oh shit.
So he just charges through, and he just goes, "You will not blight this forest any longer," and he literally runs the guy through the heart.
Shit.
And you just see this half-orc go like,
get wrecked.
dead, completely dead. It's now your turn.
Sweet. How fucked does the other anchorite look?
Well, he's on fire. And he's just seen his friend get like completely annihilated, basically. He's still, I mean, he resisted.
Yeah.
Oh no, he took the full force of the fireball, but he didn't take the guiding bolt, so he's still not too bad, but he's on fire, and there's like burn marks all over his body. Everything is dead around him. At the moment, he's just got this like look of rage and terror on his face.
Okay. There was something I was gonna do, but I'm not gonna do it because of Quinn. So, I'm just gonna.
What were you gonna do?
I was gonna run in, but.
Oh right, okay.
I was gonna run in and fight, but no. I think I'm just gonna give him a cheeky sacred flame.
Okay. So he's got to make a dex save. Is that right?
Dex save of 15.
He succeeds.
Okay.
That's a 17 plus 1, I think. So yeah, that's fine.
So he doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it. That's fine.
It's now Quinn's turn.
Mm-hmm.
What's he gonna do?
Oh, I will have moved behind the stone as well.
Yeah, that's fine. You're taking cover behind the stonework.
Quinn, on the other hand, is probably gonna see Zorth run in and run that guy, and he's like, "Oh fuck yeah!"
Yeah, he's
and he's
pumped.
and he's gonna pull out the dragon sword, and he's gonna go in as well.
I told you he was shit. Yeah, go ahead and make 2 attacks against the anchorite.
So 11 plus what's the sword?
It's like
plus 9.
or something.
So
Yeah,
dirty 20,
Yeah.
and then 9, 14.
14 hits.
Okay, so they both hit. So is it D8 plus 2D8 plus 8. 3, 6. So 9 plus 8, 17.
17 damage.
9 plus 8 is 17, right? Because 9 plus 9 is 18.
Oh yeah, because it's D4, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 17 damage.
Yeah. Slashing damage.
So yeah, Quinn just rushes in, and with 2 like swift slashes across the chest, the anchorite like stumbles. It's all like blood is now spewing out from its chest, and it just looks at him like. It's now its turn, and it's just going to say it's going to kind of look at Zor, look at Quinn, and just like in a moment of panic and madness, it just looks up at the lightning bolt in the sky. Not lightning bolt. This kind of like this storm that's building in the sky. This like burgeoning massive energy, and it just says, "Oh Talos, witness me!" And he kind of like moves. He's going to take the risk. He is going to try and get away from Quinn.
Okay.
So he gets an attack of opportunity.
18 to hit.
That hits.
So 7 damage.
7 damage. As he kind of like tries to arc away, you can see the energy building up in his arms and in his eyes, and he's preparing to try and throw out a lightning bolt. And he had planned to try and get both Zorth and Quinn, but there was no real way for him to do it
without
risking an attack from one of them because of your relative positions. But Quinn manages to, as he's running away, he's like, "Oh no, you don't," and he runs him through the back. So the Dragon Slayer just pierces through his
kind of like
his belly.
up at him.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh!" And he rips the sword out, and he collapses onto his knees and just says, "Talos, why?" Kind of like reaching up at this orb in the sky.
The orb, you mean just the eye of the storm?
Yeah. Well, no, I told you there's like this massive energy.
That's
kind of like swelling there.
Okay.
And he's dead.
I'm gonna come out of my hiding spot and run up, and I'm gonna look up at whatever the fuck is going on up there.
Okay. As you kind of come out from behind the rock, a blast of lightning strikes down at the center of this hill and the center of this stone circle, and Quinn and Zorth kind of like both have to like jump to get out of the way of it, and the orb kind of like starts to swell uncontrolled, like it grows rapidly and kind of starts to contract and billow out like that.
Like it's about to blow,
and then kind of like starts to twist and turn in ways that lightning really shouldn't, and plasma energy, and you just hear this kind of like booming voice. You can't make out any words. It just sounds like thunder, like constant thunder, that's kind of like forming into words. Whatever words they are, they sound angry and they sound vengeful. And at that point, the orb of energy in the eye of this storm, and then one massive blast of energy hits the top of the hill. And once you avert your eyes to like look away from the flash, and then as you look back, standing in the place of the center of the hill is a gigantic boar made completely of electricity.
Oh shit!
And Gorthok the Thunder Boar just like lets out this roaring, thunderous
noise
wail into the air, and is ready to kick your asses in the name of Talos, to avenge his fallen followers. However, Zorth gets to go first, and the Zorth just kind of says, says, "You finally reveal yourself, Avatar of Talos." And he's just going to run in. He's going to I need to put an end to this now. And he charges in, and he's going to make a couple of attacks. So he makes... is he going to do that? I think he's going to... Instead, he can't charge, so he's going to back off a little bit, and he's going to make 2 attacks with his longbow. I think. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's going to run in. He wants to end this. I said that first. That's what I'm going to do.
He's going to charge.
Yeah.
He's going to do it.
I mean, he can't charge. He's not close enough to charge. No, sorry, he's not.
I'm using charge as a figurative, not like.
So going in with pike. That is a 12. That doesn't hit. He just goes wide. He's going to try and hit with his hooves. That's much better. That's a 19.
Nice.
Plus 6. So he deals 2d6 plus 4 damage. Oh, 7 damage. Okay. That's his turn. Now, it's the creature's turn. And it's going to do what its follower was aiming to do.
Oh shit.
It kind of arcs around. It with agility you've never seen in a boar before, let alone a giant one. It kind of bounces over in like a streak of lightning, like zoosh, and the next thing you know, it's in line with Quinn and Zor.
Quinn has what is it?
He has protection from energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And it's going to blast out a lightning bolt. It's not quite got the same intensity as the other ones that you've seen in the past.
Yeah.
But the moment that you kind of like see it blast out from its tusks, you can see another one is starting to build up.
Right. Okay.
So I need Quinn to make a dex saving throw. I also need Zorf to make a dex saving throw.
Quinn got another 11. But he's at least resistant.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
That's the same thing that he got last time he got hit.
Zorf got a 12, so they both fail. Okay. Oh shit, okay. They both take... Ah, there it is. Ah! Oh my god, my dice. Stop. Stop this.
Bouncing all over the place.
Oh. So Zorth takes 7 lightning damage. And Quinn takes 3 lightning damage. As it kind of screeches past the pair of them.
He's probably like, oh, that didn't hurt that bad.
He's just like, hell yeah! Belle, it is your turn. As the creature, like, as this lightning bolt goes out and it sees that you're not dead, it's just like, ah!
I am just going to take a moment to be like, I'm gonna be like, Moradin, guide our weapons so that we may strike true dare. You know, I gotta offer a prayer to my deity, and then I'm going to try and guiding bolt it.
Okay.
At just that first level.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and roll an attack.
Okay. 9 plus
7.
Yeah, 7.
So 16?
Yeah.
16 hits.
Okay, cool. So it's just 46 this time.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's only 9 damage.
9 damage, but
9 radiant damage.
You blast it with the radiant energy. Hang on. How much damage did Zorth deal to it before?
Oh, I don't remember.
It wasn't a lot, was it? Okay, I'll ignore that. It's resistant to non-magical attacks is the only reason.
Oh,
why.
right.
But I think Quinn is fine and you're fine.
Because the Dragon Slayer counts as a magical
it's
one.
a magic weapon, so but all of Zorth's damage will be halved, basically.
Okay.
But yeah, you blast it with that radiant bolt, and it kind of mixes in with the lightning, and it seems to shine even brighter than before.
And I tell them,
howls in pain and rage.
Yeah, and I tell them, I say, don't stand in a line. It's gonna try and fire again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of whoop right behind the rock. So.
Okay. So yeah, you get around behind the rock. Okay. It is now Quinn's turn.
Can Quinn get into range of it?
into like melee range.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was basically in melee range with it anyway.
Well, because it moved, I wasn't sure if.
Yeah, he can get in there no problem.
Yes.
And I think emboldened by the fact that he took barely any damage from that lightning bolt,
Yeah.
he's going to go in.
Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna go in with his two sword swings. Maybe try and cheeky get to its side so he's not right in its face.
Yeah, this thing's big. So. Oh, I forgot to mention as well. Keep that roll.
Mm-hmm.
At the start of Quinn's turn, he realizes something, and as you kind of get around behind the wall, I was too excited by what was going on. I was distracted. You see Quinn, and he's got an expression on his face that you have never seen before, or no, you've only seen it once. Can you guess when it was?
Was it when I found him after the fire?
You call out to him, and you see his mouth moving, but no words are coming out, and you manage to kind of read his lips. You've been with him enough time to know, and you just see him saying, "This is it. This is it.
Oh shit!
It's him.
Oh,
he did it.
Oh shit!
So let's not worry about that roll. That was my fault. Actually, no.
I mean, it would have been it's a 19 to hit.
Okay, so roll a wisdom saving throw for Quinn.
15.
15. Okay, he's terrified. This guy who is normally really happy-go-lucky
and ready for
doesn't
a fight.
really seem to let anything fear him. Like, he was more than happy to run out and take a lightning bolt to the face.
Mm-hmm.
He ate a skull full of butter and didn't think anything of it. It's a weird moment for you because you've never seen him this afraid before.
Yeah.
This creature that destroyed his home, basically killed his friends and his family. That was all he knew ever since he was orphaned.
The thing that I didn't know about what happened
as a baby, he didn't remember. He couldn't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But he remembered the noise, the sound of this thing screaming into the air as it destroyed everything around him.
Mm-hmm.
And he survived by sheer luck because he's a lucky boy. And you see him like that, and you're just like, come on, Quinn, come on, as he stands there, not doing anything. And then his hand twitches.
I'm just yelling at him. Yeah. I'm like, Quinn, get your ass in gear.
Yeah, his hand twitches, and he grits his teeth, and he just goes, "Fuck you!" And he goes in, and he strikes true, like right up into the belly of it. So that first one hit. Go ahead and roll the second one.
Oh, that's only 11.
11. Okay, so the 11 doesn't hit. So he strikes it up and into its belly, and then carves it out. Go ahead and roll damage.
10 slashing damage.
10 slashing damage.
Yeah.
A good solid hit. Yeah, as he cuts out, and you just see these like sparks go as it kind of howls out in agony. Okay. And Quinn looks at you and just goes, I got this. But you can kind of tell that he's still shaken.
Yeah.
It's now Zort's go. Zort's going to see that, and he's going to have a try as well. That's not his stat block. That's Gorthok's stat block. The first attack with the pike is a 15.
Does the 15 hit true?
15 does hit true. He deals 11 damage halved. And then he's going to go in with his hooves.
5 damage.
Hooves only get a 13, so that doesn't hit. So he manages to get in with the pike and then tries to go for the horns, but Gorthok's too fast. It's almost as if when it's dodging attacks, it almost like it loses all form and then...
It's kind of like trying to catch lightning. It's just blinking.
Exactly, yeah. So that's his turn. It's now Gorthok's turn. He gets his lightning bolt back.
Shit.
it's going to use it though. Instead, it's going to look at Quinn. Because it's like that was a big hit with the magical attack. And it just kind of looks, and it kind of senses his fear and turns to face him, like opens up its mouth and just kind of like breathes ozone over him. And it's going to make 2 attacks. The first one is going to go in with its tusks. That is an 11.
That doesn't hit. As
it misses, like Quinn just like by pure instinct dodges out of the way. It tries to catch him with his hooves. That's a 10 to hit.
No.
Quinn is just like dodging, dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. It's your turn.
I am going to I suppose it must be hard to tell how this dude's looking at the moment. I am going to
before you guiding bolt again.
Yeah.
I forgot that he had the effect on him when Quinn attacked. I got too distracted with everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So we'll say, for the purposes, it's still got the effect of guiding bolt on it. So if you fire another guiding bolt, that attack will have advantage.
Oh right, okay.
And if you hit, it will have advantage again. Basically, what I'm saying is, anything that you do now will have advantage, because I was supposed to give it to you earlier.
Okay. I mean, I kind of want to do it do it at high level just to try and fuck them up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do it at 3rd level.
Okay. So you focus. Go ahead.
Kind of like take a moment behind the rock, and I think about how Quinn must be feeling, and I'm like, we gotta do this for him. So 3rd level guiding bolt, go. 13 and 16. So 16 plus
16 plus 7. Yeah, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll 66.
5, 6, 7, 10, 14, 16. Only 16 radiant damage, but
16 radiant damage.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a decent amount of damage.
Yeah,
it slams into Gorthok's body, and it just screeches out in pain as the radiant damage kind of like crashes through it and almost like pierces straight through its body, and it manages to kind of reform back into this kind of like wobbling mass of lightning energy.
Yeah.
And boreness. Sorry, just bear with me 1 second.
Yeah. Just gonna tell Quinn, like, I've got your back!
Cool. Okay. It's now Zorth's turn. So Zorth is going to just go ahead and make an attack. Lance, or Pike, sorry, is not enough, I don't think. What is that? 6 plus 6? 12, yeah, that doesn't hit. Hooves, 14 plus 6, yeah, that does hit. So 2d6 plus 4 damage. So that's 9 reduced to 4. He's taking him out.
He's chipping away, which is
chipping away.
Yeah.
It's now Gorthok's turn. I think this time.
When is Quinn's turn?
Quinn, have I messed up the turn order? I have messed up the turn order. Sorry, it's Quinn. Quinn can take his turn now.
Okay.
And also, fucking guiding bolt. So the first of his attacks will have advantage.
Okay.
And yeah.
It's a good thing he's got. 8 plus 9, so that's 17.
17 still hits.
Okay, so. And that's the. Oh, wait, that was the first attack at advantage. So that was the first attack.
Yeah, first attack hits.
So, second attack. Definitely hits, which is a 10 plus 9.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
8. 3. So.
11 plus 8? Is
yes.
that right?
Yeah, so 19.
19 damage. Okay. Cool. Yep. So he kind of like takes 2 big cuts out of it, and he says, "This is for my home, not bed. Talos is
my
shit.
home for my family. My
Talos
friends.
is shit. Boars are shit. He's just going. Yeah, he's going absolutely nuts.
Okay, now it's
so now it's Gorthok's turn.
Yeah.
Gorthok is just going to turn and face him again, and he's going to try and reposition once more. This time, so he's right in front of Quinn, and he's going to try for another lightning blast.
Okay.
So Quinn needs to make a dex save.
Oh man, 17.
And Zorth rolled a 19, so they both saved.
Sweet.
Where are my d8s? So that's 6. Oh, so Zorth takes 18 damage reduced to 9.
And Quinn takes. So he's
18 damage reduced to 9, reduced to 4.
Nice.
And it kind of like it huffs in frustration and kind of starts like kicking its hoof against the floor as if it's going to charge. Okay. Dourrebelle.
How bad is he looking now?
He is the energy that's holding him together is struggling to hold its form. So like as he like shouts, it's almost like his its mouth is like hyperextending, and like energy is like shooting out of it and dissipating into the air. You can see that there are holes in it starting to form, and kind of revealed within its body is like this core, almost like a pulsing heart of electric energy. What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna do a cheeky sacred flame.
Okay, so dex save, yeah.
Yes.
He fails. That is a 6 plus 0.
So he takes.
Was it 2d8?
2d8 radiant damage. I'm gonna steal one of your d8s. Ooh, 15 damage, radiant damage.
15 radiant damage. You call out to Moradin, and the sacred flame like starts to coalesce around its body, and then shoom, it like strikes in through its body and into its core. You can swear that in your ear you hear the sound of a hammer striking an anvil. Ooh. As Gorthok's form just dissipates. Electricity screeches out up into the clouds and disperses through the atmosphere. There's a moment of silence, and then another roar as it quickly recollects and the form explodes back in. It's still looking extremely injured and struggling to hold. It's almost as if the pure rage and wild instinct of this elemental creature is forcing itself to cling to life.
I'm just gonna tell it to yell out, "Strike at the core! Strike as hard as you can, Quinn!"
And it is Quinn's turn, so off he goes.
Sacred Flame doesn't have any extra.
No. It's a cantrip. Come on. It did 15 damage.
No, I'm just making sure. So 17 on the first strike. 17 plus 9. And a 12 total on the second.
Okay, so the 17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
So 1d8 plus 4. So 8 damage.
8 damage. Quinn squares up against it, and Gorthok like roars in its face once again. It's kind of like its mouth like cracking open and almost like unfurling out, like one of the big lightning dogs from Dark Souls 3.
Oh yeah.
And Quinn just stares directly into its mouth, readies the Dragon Slayer, just says, "Here we fucking go," and he jumps in, sword up high, by your command, and he pierces straight through the core of this beast. You just hear this like, "Ah!" With one final blast of thunder, the creature is destroyed.
Does Quinn, like, cause all of that has happened, there's explosion, is Quinn still standing?
He's like in the air. He's got like singe marks all over his body because he basically just jumped into another lightning bolt. And he falls to the floor and just collapses. He's fine. Like he's alive. He's just mentally and physically
Yeah.
exhausted.
I just like run up and I just like hoist him up by the shoulders, and I'm like, good. I thought you died in doing that attack for a second.
No, part of me kind of wish I did. That would have been really fucking cool.
That it would have been stupid.
Yeah.
Because what would have it all been for then?
Well, I got my revenge, didn't I?
Yeah, but dying after you get revenge isn't the best.
He looks up at the storm clouds that are already starting to kind of dissipate. He just goes, "Fuck you, Talos."
I look at Zorth to see how he's doing.
Zorth,
like how he's looking.
Zorth is pretty injured.
Mm-hmm.
He took a couple of lightning bolts, and he's not looking too good because of that. But if anything, there's just like a look of relief on his face. He sticks his pike into the ground, and he just says,
If you allow me to, Zorth, I can help you a little bit with those injuries.
I would really appreciate that. You know, before you do that, I just wanted to make it clear that this wouldn't have been possible without your aid. You were very impressive.
Happy to help. Couldn't have done it without this idiot here.
I would like to think that with this decisive strike, the half-orc threat and Talos' encroachment has, at least for now, been laid to rest.
This is your home. This was your home before, right? You're
Indeed.
using the centaurs. Well, I'm happy that we could do this so that you can come back home to your resting place. I will give him. You say he's pretty injured, right?
Yeah, he's so with the aid, he's at 34 out of 50 hit points. So he's about half, just under half, over half health.
I'll give him a cure wounds at level 2.
Okay. So go ahead and roll 2d8.
2d8. Okay. 7. 4.
So 11 plus. Where are we? Cure wounds. You said second, yeah.
I second.
So 11 plus 4 plus 5.
11 plus 4 plus 5. That's 20.
Yeah. So he heals 20. He's pretty much fully healed.
Yeah.
He is fully healed. He just kind of the vitality like seeps back into his body. He feels like the vigor course through his veins. He says, "Well, whatever those cretins were harboring in their little hidey holes under the hill, feel free to take them. I'm going to go and send word to my clan."
Okay, we will go check out underground. We'll go see if they've.
Please remember that you will forever have an ally in us. If you come across a centaur in the Neverwinter Wood, just speak my name.
Okay.
And say that you slew Gorthok. And they will help you. I will make sure of it.
Okay, thank you.
And with that, he turns and leaves.
Okay, so yeah, I pull Quinn up to his feet. I pull him up to his feet, and I kind of do this, like I pull him up, and then I kind of go like on both his shoulders.
Belle, you're not my mom. Get off me.
I was worried about you for a second.
Hey, man. We had a plan, and the plan went well. I'd argue that it went better than the first time.
We were a little bit more prepared for it this time, I think.
Yeah. I was not prepared for Giant Thunderboar.
Well, let's see what they've buried, like they've left in the homes of these centaurs, and then make our way back to maybe to Falcons. Maybe he'll let us rest up a night, and then we can head back to Fenelin.
I guess the question is, now what?
Well, I look up at the sky as the storm is like probably pretty dissipated and gone and stuff, and I go, well, I suppose the only thing left is to see, I guess, about doing something about that dragon.
I'm glad you said that. I definitely need a drink first, though. He's got this the tone of his voice sounds like someone who, like, a great weight has been lifted off of their shoulders.
Yeah.
And you probably feel similarly as well, because the destruction of Quinn's home, like, nobody knew what it was. Like, this, now that you think about it, the story adds up.
Yeah.
There was a storm.
Yeah.
And then it was gone. It was just on
and
fire.
I think about it as well, and I go, I feel more emboldened. I feel a lot stronger about the fact that we did this, because not only were we getting back at Talos, which is what we've always been doing, but we've completed we've done something very personal for Quinn.
Yeah. Yeah, Quinn just kind of said, in this kind of like stupor of relief and tiredness. It's like the whole like brain relief thing. He just says, "You know, Belle, I was right to come with you.
Yeah.
I could have stayed in Verbolder. Could have done nothing. Could have ended up under the thumb of your uncle, as far as I know. I'm glad that I had faith in you."
Perhaps I wouldn't have gotten half as far as I did if you weren't here to, you know, sometimes slap me right, I guess. Best way to put it.
But you're always right, Belle. What do you want about? He kind of looks at you with this cheeky knowing smirk.
And this is why I keep you around. And then now we're gonna go explore.
He'd be like, "You go. I'm gonna stay here for a bit," and he just kind of like flops over and stares up into the sky in the middle of this circle.
I'm gonna whistle for Lily to try and get her to come to where we are.
Okay.
While
it'll take her a few minutes because
that's fine.
A distance away. So you there's nothing like crazy that happens in these caves. They're just hiding some bits and bobs. So you find hiding in one of the rooms, you find a potion that looks like a dull silvery grey colour that almost looks like it's liquefied iron. It's like a syrupy texture, and it's a potion of invulnerability.
Ooh, fancy. For 1 minute after you drink this potion, you have resistance to all damage. Looks like liquid iron. Yeah. Just so everyone else knows what it is.
In the other like alcove, you find a shield.
Ooh.
Kind of like hidden underneath the kind of like some old rags and bits and bobs. There is a shield there. Now, I haven't taken the time to think about the design for this one, so let's workshop it out, because it is a +1 shield.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what we'll say is, because I mean, unless you've got any ideas in mind, like +1 weapons and armor are generally just like things that have specific, like, there's like an element of magical craftsmanship in them.
That's like how last game I got the +1 axe, and that has like the wave motif going on. Excuse me, going on with it.
So you could just say it's like a very, very nice looking shield if you want, that kind of glistens with an unnatural energy, or if you want it to have a specific design, then that's entirely up to you.
It probably does, but I can't think of one in the moment. We'll
just say that unlike Ripple, which is like clearly a named weapon, this is just a very, very well made shield that does have some magical properties in it. Maybe it's the material it's made out of, you don't know, but you do get the impression that this is a very, very sturdy shield, which could be of great use to you. And the last one doesn't have anything crazy like that in, but there is a carving kind of in above the mouth of the cave, which is just this like pictograph of 3 stick figure like humanoids being struck by lightning. Just like
like one of the orcs did it, or like one of the half orcs did it. Or? I'm gonna use my warhammer and smash it down.
Piss off.
Yeah, and then
okay, cool.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna go collect Quinn and.
Yeah, you grab Quinn. Lily's arrived, but Lily's just kind of like nudging Quinn with her face.
Kind of like, what are you doing?
And Quinn just isn't responding. He's just like he's awake, and he's just kind of in a bit of a torpor, staring up at the sky, and he's just like, "Get off me, fuck off."
I come over and I'm just like, I'm ready to go if you are.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready to go. He just doesn't move.
I pick him up and I throw him over Lily's back like luggage,
Yep.
but he's still facing up to the sky. I'm just like,
This is very uncomfortable.
well, do you want to sit up?
Yeah.
Well, then sit up.
All right.
I'm not gonna make you sit up because I'm not your mom.
Fucking hell.
I pull him. I
Yeah.
begrudgingly help him up.
And with that, he kind of like slumps because he's kind of like behind you at this point. He just slumps up against your back.
Yeah, I'm just like, you take a nap. I'll guide us back.
He's taking a very, very deep nap.
Yeah.
As you start making the trek back to Fandolin. With
well, we're gonna go to Falcons.
On your way to Falcons with only one thing left in your mind, which is what's left to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with that, we will finish for tonight.
Yeah, my lip is starting to hurt a little bit. So
well, we will.
We can do the after show.
Yeah, we'll have a quick after show after this, but that was cool.
It was fun.
That was some atmospheric shit.
Some anime.
That was awesome. Like I had a lot of fun. Like I'm a bit disappointed that it's the trouble with stuff like that is it's one enemy versus multiple things, and it's a bit.
I mean, we fucked them up right away,
and it sucks. Like the one turn where it tried to attack and stuff, and it missed everything, and you make all your saves. Like I got very unlucky during that fight.
See, there was a part of me that was like, why didn't he disengage and then try to use? I mean, he'd have to use his action to disengage, but why doesn't he disengage and then try to get his next turn to do it?
Because then that's you're taking a turn off when you can move in that time, and it wasn't like it was. I was just thinking like it's a crazed.
It's a
animal,
dude. He's not
so it's
thinking.
Just doing everything it can.
Yeah.
I think the actual encounter itself says that Gorthok arrives earlier. Like where does it say? Oh no, it does. Yeah, it arrives once both anchorites are dead. Yeah, so it did work out that way.
Oh, okay.
But it's that whole thing of there was 3 of you and 1 of Gorthok.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Zorth didn't really do that much in the end to Gorthok, so that doesn't matter.
But it was
very
a meatbag. It was very anime.
It was very anime. It was very atmospheric. I just didn't. There wasn't the amount of peril that I was hoping for. However, you got that in the encounter before.
Yeah,
where
I was
Quinn
thinking
got a
about
lightning
that.
bolt to the
Yeah,
face.
I was thinking about that. Yeah.
So no, overall,
it was very good.
Very, very good session. I hope you all at home enjoyed it as much as we did. Like that was very. Yeah. Stop shaking the table. Just imagine it being like the thunder strikes.
Oh Jesus.
Maybe I should have done that.
Oh man.
But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that very much. It looks like we are heading very rapidly towards the conclusion of this campaign. So, of course, I hope that you will join us next week as we start to ramp up towards that. We stream every Sunday at 7 p.m. British summertime at the moment. We do a pre-show at 6:30, and yeah, feel free to follow us on the socials. If you're watching this on YouTube, I will get the VOD. The VOD will be up as soon as possible. It's normally on Monday. Yeah, thank you all very much for joining us, and yeah, we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.